Hey, what's going on everyone? GrimzyRaider here, back with another Pokemon Go video. Today I'll be showing you the requirements for level 45, as well as some tips and tricks I did to get past these tasks. This one was really a grind, Team Go Rocket grind. It was very long and excruciating tasks. So at first, I want to say the first 50 were kind of fun, but after a while, the grunts get super old super quick. So, I mean, obviously you want to fight the grunts to get those mysterious components so you can get 6 and combine them into the Rocket Radar. But I mean, once you hit to the point where you're like 50 in, you just get over it. I mean, this is not meant to be done all at once, but if you do it all at once like I did, it gets really old really fast. But I do advise taking little breaks here and there. Give yourself a raid, maybe step away from the game for a little bit, because you will get frustrated and bored after a while. In conjunction with this, I also did the Kalos celebration event for some of the tasks, so that also helped me entertain on the side. But yeah, grunts after grunts, they were okay. They were okay. More grind of it was finding them, because their spawn rates are everywhere. They're not set like the leaders, so if you want to find one, you might not find some for a couple hours. So just go to a place where lots of Pokestops so you can find them, to make sure that you can get your grunts in. But it took me a while to, this is what took me the most, I think, is to find all the grunts, because the leaders again spawn in one area and they stay there for pretty much the whole day. So that was pretty much the tough grind for it. Alright guys, so the first leader I'll face is Arlo. I faced so many Arlos, and all of the 3 leaders, but my favorite one to go after was Arlo, because I want that shiny shadow Growlithe. I really dislike when he has his Steelix in the middle, because the battle takes so much longer. But most of the time I fought him, he had Steelix in the middle, which is fine. I mean, it's not hard, but it just takes longer. And after you get 25 in on the leaders, you just want to go as fast as possible. So doing the charge moves takes 9 seconds of your time every single time, so it really adds up after a while. But you obviously have to do the charge moves, but it just takes so much time. At first, when I first started, I didn't have the ideal teams for facing Arlo, Sierra, or Cliff. But after a while, I wanted to speed things up, so I set up teams. So, yeah, the leaders aren't hard at all. And then, of course, you want to, once you beat the leader, you get a chance of the shiny shadow Pokemon. Up next is Sierra, her Drowsy. This is pretty much the easiest one. It's funny because when she had Lapras last time, she was a lot harder. Now that she has Drowsy, she's a lot easier. But yeah, T-Tar kills her team pretty much every single time, unless she has Lapras in the middle. But yeah, this is a blow through. It's pretty easy. Not much to not much of a challenge. But again, those charge moves kill 9 seconds every single time, especially if your opponent does them as well. So you just want to get through it as fast as possible. But yeah, she's not hard. I think the hardest out of all 3 is Cliff, only because of the middle Pokemon he usually has. But yeah, Sierra is only hard sometimes when Lapras is in the middle and you don't have a preparation for that Lapras. But aside from that, it's not hard at all. Also, a pro tip, just in case you guys are hoping to get Stardust and maybe hatch some good eggs, make sure you have room for the 12-kilometer egg, because if you're going to be spending money buying Rocket Radars or taking the time to get the Rocket Radars, you might as well have space in your egg inventory for a 12-kilometer egg, because that can potentially hatch a Dino or other things like or Poniard. You could hatch something good, so make sure you have the empty egg slots. All right, so finally here's Cliff. Like I said, he's the hardest of all three, I think. Not and excluding Ammonite. Ammonite in the front isn't hard at all, but it's usually the middle Pokemon that is a little more challenging. So if you're going in with a water Pokemon, the middle Pokemon could be Electivire, and Electivire Rex all the water Pokemon. So you have to be very careful with that. Further on, I switched my Kyogre into Torterra, which is a much better counter for the Electivire, which he seems to have quite often. So yeah, Electivire destroys those water Pokemon. But again, the main thing for the leaders of any of the leaders is make sure that you burn the shield before you intend to use a charge attack. So do that early on, and you should have no problem. Another pro tip is have a star piece on, because for every battle you get 750 per grunt. But Cliff was a little more harder than all the other three, in my opinion, at least. And that T-Tar does massive damage if you. So make sure that you have a protect shield, because if you don't, that thing will wreck you. And there goes Cliff. So now let's check the shiny shadow, possibly, and it is not a shiny. But yeah, I want that purple. So here's a montage of a couple of more of the encounters after the fact. I did not get a Shadow Shiny, unfortunately, out of any of these, but at least I got these 12-kilometer eggs. So I'm going to show you guys the hatches right now. Pretty lackluster for the most part. You do get a lot of Stardust though, because they require so much walking distance. But I did hatch a 98 Larvitar. But aside from that, nothing else really good. Also, another pro tip is if you're working on a best buddy with any of your Pokemon, right now is the perfect time to make sure you get those battles in with your buddy attached, because they gain 2 points per battle. So, I mean, it doesn't stack that frequently, but I got most of my buddies excited without using a Puffin doing these rocket battles, so that was pretty cool. The last step was the Purification. The Purification, I wanted to save towards the end, because once I was done with all the rocket leaders and rocket grunts, I just wanted to go home and just finish the Purification and knockout, because I was super tired after this grind. This grind reminded me of when I was first trying to get to level 40. It was really took a lot of my effort today. So this is by far the most challenging out of all the levels so far. So what I suggest is maybe doing a couple of purifications in the beginning. So I had already done 20 before even starting the rocket leaders and grunts, because I knew once I was going to get home and finish, I was not going to be in the mood to purify 100 Pokemon. Once I did that, I hit level 45, and there it is. This was a super hard grind, but I'm super happy to be done with it and it be behind me. I'm super happy that I was able to do it. Work and everything going on. I don't have a lot of time, so I was super happy I got it done during the weekend. And here are the requirements for level 46. The level 46, there is a 7 days wait, because you have to take a picture for 7 days in a row, so that's gonna hold off on progression. Another thing that you get is another special research for level 45, which I think is pretty cool. I like these special research. So we did get one for 43, which I have not completed, and now we got another special research for level 45. So I'm going to be doing these in the meantime while we wait to take a photo for our buddy for the 7 days. So I'll be doing this and keeping you guys up to date on my progress for it. Again, I am going to also be doing the tasks for level 46. the special research and whatnot, as well as the Kalos event grind. So anyways, guys, that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching. GrimzyRaider signing out. Comment, like, and subscribe for more videos. Thank you.